As a result of his indigenous heritage, specifically his great-grandfather's experience as a residential school student, an unnamed man convicted of a gun crime was given a conditional sentence rather than prison time. The case involved a man who was arrested on November 15, 2019, at the Super 8 motel in Ajax, Ontario, and was found to possess an illegal loaded handgun. He pled guilty to 2 firearm-related charges on September 8th of last year. According to Justice Stephen Bernstein, in addition to other mitigating factors, the man's indigenous heritage, related to the fact that his great-grandfather was a residential school student, was the most significant individual factor considered in his sentencing. In the absence of the mitigating factors, Bernstein would have sentenced the man to an 18-month prison term. Canadian judges have been required to consider the trauma associated with Indigenous heritage since the 1999 Gladue case. The man was sentenced to 2 years less a day of in-house arrest, and he may only leave his house for work. My great-grandmother was Micmac. Maybe I can get away with carrying a loaded gun around. In 1998, Indigenous people made up 12% of the country's total prison population. 5 years later, by 2008, that number had risen to 20%. Indigenous people accounted for 32% of all prisoners in 2022.